Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kelly's True North Tarot. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Easter to all those that are celebrating. Happy long weekend to everyone else. I have been away for a bit. It has been absolute chaos here at my house. But we are on the tail end of the chaos, fingers crossed. We have suffered a power outage a couple of weeks ago, and the power outage seemed to have affected our water heater, and we had to end up having our water heater repaired. And then after the repair did not work, we had to have it replaced. The dog has been sick. And we had a vet appointment for her. We had to cancel that because we had yet again another power outage. That's a whole other story. She seems to be on the mend again, fingers crossed. She has a vet appointment tomorrow. I'm recording this on Sunday, so on Monday she has a vet appointment. I got sick after the big power outage. I'm feeling a lot better now. The good news is, the positive news, because there's always a silver lining, always something to be grateful for. The sun is shining. It's about 4 degrees Celsius here, so we're thrilled that the sun is shining. We're having a nice, relaxing Sunday, and I hope that you are enjoying the same. Oh, and the other thing was, my light burnt out. My camera equipment was all messed up. Anyway, we're back in business, as you can see. So, without further ado, here we are with the weekly energy read. This is for April 21st through to the 28th. We've got the Everyday Witch Tarot, the Everyday Witch Oracle, and the Sea Soul Journey Oracle. So, let's go ahead and pull a few cards, see what this week looks like. Yesterday, shout out to my husband. We had so much snowfall this year that on one side of our house the snow fell, and actually was so high that, and so much that it broke the fence. And finally, after all this time, the snow had melted enough for him to get over to that side of the house and repair the fence. He did a fabulous job. It looks brand spanking new, and it just feels good to have that fixed, because now when the dog Rosie goes out into the backyard, right, we can feel, safe and secure that she's not going to get out. Okay, we have 2 cards that have come out. So these cards are sort of like the energy or the theme of the week, but however these cards resonate is how they are intended. So the first card, look at this gorgeous image. We have plant the seeds, right? So when we plant the seeds, what are we doing? This is like your intention, right? This is where you hope to take something, right? Your goals, your motivations, right? Second card that came out, speaking of setting goals and intentions, meditation for peace and serenity. So there's like a theme here where we are wanting to start anew, starting to change something for a more positive outcome. It feels very much like a spring cleaning to me, and I am in that mode myself. Let's pull a few tarot cards. We're going to move these cards over here to the side. I'll pull a few tarot cards to see what else we can get for this week, April 21st through to the 28th. And friends, I just ordered a deck of cards I am super excited about. I have wanted this deck of cards for such a long time, and I finally bit the bullet, as they say. It was an extraordinary amount of money, but I'm really excited. So I can't wait to unveil those. Interesting cards. Interesting cards. With the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck for me is sort of like the overlying energy. And the overlying energy, you know, with the Five of Swords is like there's some sort of conflict. But this is not, and this is just my opinion, this is not conflict that is caused from, you know, outside sources. This is more like internal conflict. Like you can't kind of get out of your own way, right? It could be, you know, why do I keep doing the same thing over and over again? You know, I'm mad at myself because, you know, I feel like I'm letting myself down, or maybe because of a decision that I've made. It feels like that. We've got the Knight of Cups, the King of Wands, the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Two of Cups. So, Knight of Cups, wearing her heart on her sleeve, feeling a little bit sensitive. If you haven't already, or perhaps shortly, you will benefit from expressing yourself in a creative way. So going on the theme of this, like planting the seed, you know, setting our intentions, trying to, you know, do sort of like a reset, a refresh. You know, maybe you're going to plan your garden for the summer. Maybe you're going to, you know, do some sort of like DIY or craft project, and maybe you're going to, you know, paint some pots or make a living wall, something like that, right? Something where you can express your emotions and your feelings and sort of amp up that feeling of pride and accomplishment. Now, we have three kings here, right? The King of Wands, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups. And so having these three kings here, this is about, you know, planting your feet firmly on the ground and really taking pride and ownership of who you are, where you're at, and what you can accomplish, right? This is about, you know, being large and in charge, being charismatic. This is about being a, you know, a thinker and analogical and truth. And this is about, you know, emotions and feelings and your personal sense of pride, I want to say. And so what we're seeing here is this amping up, right? We're amping up to this reset, this refresh. And then you've got the Two of Cups, this feeling of connectedness, right? It could be a person, could be a relationship, it could be your relationship with spirit, your relationship with yourself, right? There is this sense of renewal in the air. And when I think about this card in connection to this card, right? We are not happy with ourselves. We are kicking ourselves in the butt. Why can't I get past this? Why can't I see the silver lining? Why can't I be more positive? Sort of like, you know, I in a negative way. And when we get to here, this is like me, but in a really positive way, right? This is about empowering ourselves. I just want to look behind. Yeah, Page of Wands. There's a plan that's coming together, and I love that. Let's pull sort of like an affirmational type message. Oh, friends, look at this. Look at this glorious card. Alive. May you delight in vitality. And that's exactly what this energy this week is all about. It's about rejuvenation. It's about, sort of embracing the, imagine, I'm trying to express how this is making me feel. So imagine that it's been raining for like a week solid, and it's been, damp and kind of cool and kind of dark, right? And you just feel kind of gray. And you wake up and the sun is shining and you can hear the birds chirping, and you open the windows and you stand there for a minute, right? Your eyes are closed and you can feel the sun, the warmth just washing over you, and you take in the sense, from the outside, and you can hear the birds chirping, and it's just this wash that comes over you of being present, being in that moment. And that sensation of opening up that window and letting that newness in is sort of what this reading feels like to me. It's going to be a really exciting week for so many of us. Awesome reading. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. It truly means the world to me. I appreciate your support more than I can say. I hope you have a wonderful day. And until we see each other again, I wish you many, many blessings. Bye for now.